A trade in the NFL today that is sending Gino Smith back to where he started. The Raiders sent the quarterback to the New York Jets in a deal that involves a swapping of late-round picks. Smith started his career with the Jets when they drafted him in the second round in 2013. Jets also signed former Bears cornerback Nahshon Wright to a one-year deal. Lions signed running back Isaiah Pacheco to a one-year contract, while Romeo Doubs is leaving Green Bay. The receiver will get a 4-year, $68 million deal from the New England Patriots. Tight end Dawson Knox back in Buffalo on a 3-year deal. Luka Doncic of the Lakers fined $50,000 for making a money gesture towards officials during Sunday's game against the Knicks. NBA called the gesture unprofessional and inappropriate. Cincinnati sitting on the bubble of the NCAA tournament. They lead Utah in the Big 12 tournament 63-58 with 4 minutes to go. Arizona State beat Baylor today 83-79. Pitt upset Stanford in the ACC 64-63.
Oh, yeah. Showtime, go time. Hey. It's Taco Tuesday with CNR on FSR. Let's go.
Hey, bro, let's have a good show.
I don't know. What am I shaking on here?
Are you going to shake my hand, or are you pulling a Cal Raleigh?
Oh, that's right. I'll pull a Cal Raleigh because I don't know where your hands have been.
That's a good point.
They call Rich Doo-Doo Caca Finger Davis.
No one calls me that except you.
Yeah, everybody calls you that. I'll pass. I'll pull a Raleigh on you. Big time you a little bit. Hey, speaking of, hope you had a Team USA sort of night.
USA
all day.
USA.
And USA. Hey, Team Mexico's looking good.
Yeah.
Shout out to the SAs, but USA plays Italy tonight. We're talking about it. It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio.
Taco Tuesday!
While it is a Taco Tuesday, I do love how Team Italy has a cappuccino machine, an espresso machine in their dugout.
Gabagool.
It's the best.
Gabagool.
Well, hold on. That's the big criticism is everybody, all the cultures, all the international teams have a gimmick of sorts, a celebration, some personality, you might say. And USA getting a lot of criticism for taking things too serious. But, hey, winning's fun. So looks like they're having fun to me. No one's beat them yet.
I heard Team Italy's breaking out the charcuterie board tonight. Is that true?
You know what? They might if they beat USA.
Hey, gabagool for you.
Gabagool.
Hey,
Gabagool.
Fresh mozzarella for you. Hey.
Led by former Yankee and Pirate catcher Francisco Cervelli is the coach, and he asked his former teammate Jorge Posada to be part of the coaching staff. So you'll see Jorge Posada leading Team Italy, not on the field as coaches. A bunch of botchagaloops out there representing Team Italy.
Ooh.
So I'm a little torn. I like the Italians. I'm part Italian myself.
I saw some of the guys had a piece of each in between innings, right?
What do you mean a piece of each?
One Sicilian, one regular, just a little, you know?
Oh, I thought you were speaking Italian. Piece of each.
Hey, listen, we'll talk a little World Baseball Classic later. We'll lay off baseball because right now.
What do you want to talk about? Gino Smith, the big moves?
Football, dude, is like, you know, I was talking to one of the dads at school drop-off this morning, and we're just talking about how.
I bet you were, bro.
Yep,
I bet they try to avoid Rich. Oh, there he is. Sir Yaps a lot. Oh, here he comes. Don't get Rich Davis. You know what that means? They use you as a way to describe. Don't, avoid people.
I'm a verb.
Don't get Rich Davis means, everybody scram because here he comes. Everybody has that guy in the office like, oh, man I got Rich Davis. Every time you see that guy in the hallway, just chews your ear off.
Here, I thought they were happy to get their own private 5-minute podcast.
No.
No, we were talking about how even in the offseason, my buddy Scott's a Dolphins fan, and you don't know really what to think. I was like, Malik Willis, what are you thinking? Every team is really assessing now, like, what's doing, where are we headed, what's happening, and as predictable as anything else, God, the Jets embarrass themselves. I don't know how they do it.
Well,
every team can make a move TS.
In typical Jets fashion, they wait till he stinks again to get him. He had one of his worst career years ever with the Raiders, and they're like, all right, yeah, bring him back because that's what we need because we're the Jets. So Gino Smith, on the positive, it bookends his career.
He's a nice
goes
fellow.
back to where he started. You know, he had some tough years with the Jets, gets to redeem himself a little bit. A place where the fans watched him grow up, watched him get punched in the face, and now he's back. And, yeah, in typical Jets fashion, he is coming off his worst year. So we'll talk about it. Take your phone calls at 877-99 on Fox. We are Covino and Rich with Danny G, our super producer. Yeah. Hey, Danny. Barely got to talk to Danny because we were moving around so much before the show. Yeah. Iowa Sam is here on the ones and twos.
How do?
Hi, Sam. And, of course, Dan Byer with his great insight and updates. He's got tons of updates for you, so stick around for that. We're Covino and Rich streaming live at Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. So it's youtube.com/@Covino and Rich FSR. As we speak, Luis Cortez Jr. is chiming in. Martin Lopez, Charles Knobb, Stilo in Stockton, Wes in Idaho. A lot of people talking smash. Talking smash? Yeah, I made that up.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's harder than smack.
Oh.
Talking smash.
Yep, okay.
Yeah, no, we all say that.
Oh, yeah.
It's
When
a
do you say
Jersey
that?
thing.
When do you
It's a
say
Jersey.
that?
Yeah, in Jersey.
Is that what was
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
In Waterboy, Joe Montana?
Yeah, we don't talk smack. We talk smash. It's all going on in the chat, youtube.com/@Covino and Rich.
Hey, Dan Byer. How the heck are you today, buddy?
Hey, Byer.
Hey, Byer.
What's up, guys?
Are you recovering from a crazy 24 hours as the lead update guy on this network, or what?
Yeah, yesterday was nuts, and then we've got college basketball really heating up tomorrow. So, like, today's a bit of the eye of the hurricane, if you will, maybe the little bit of a calming, but yesterday was
the
berserk.
madness. The madness.
Before the other madness.
Yes, correct.
So, just in between the madness, DB, part of my ignorance on this, because all these moving parts with quarterbacks, Justin Fields, what's his status?
Nowhere yet.
Like,
so
still with the Jets, right?
Correct. That is correct.
And healthy to go next year? Right? I mean,
yeah, he's not in the Jets' plans. He'll be with another team next year.
But currently still on the Jets roster. So right now the Jets have Justin Fields, who will likely be on the move, and I saw Kyler Murray expected to be moved by the end of the week from Arizona, correct?
Correct.
So there's still moving parts. Like, it's not done, is what I'm saying. There's still more ruckus.
Now, speaking of, to put it in perspective,
and by the way, who would benefit? Let me throw another piece. Big Trent Williams. It seems like the 49ers don't want to really match what he's wanting. Is there a team out there that's that thirsty for a veteran, one of the best of all time offensive lineman guarding maybe a young quarterback somewhere? Is there someone that's going to be like, we'll roll out the Brinks truck for Trent Williams?
I don't know. I'm not sure of that. Houston does have to shore things up a bit in front of C.J. Stroud, and you think the D'Amico Ryans connection, I don't know if that's a legitimate team. I don't know if they have the money or not, but just those sort of connections would make me think that could be a possibility, but I have no idea if they have the money or not.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. This is a part of the year where if you take a little nap, Covino, or check out for a minute, you miss something.
So Gino Smith, back to the Jets, and a 2026 7th-round pick in exchange for a 2026 6th-round pick.
It's a pretty good deal I think the Raiders, Danny G, would
agree, yeah, right?
Good deal, right? I mean,
yeah, we all thought Gino was just going to straight up be cut.
And as Danny G said, he texted us earlier, now I'm really impressed with the Raiders.
Now I'm
office.
Impressed. Because that was a Houdini act right there.
Here's the headline that was floating around, and I'll bite the bait here. I'll if you went dummy fishing, consider me caught.
Yeah, I know where you're going, Rich. The first jokes came out instantly.
Consider me caught. Dummy fishing. Here we go. Is Tom Brady building another dynasty already? Are we watching the first steps of Tom Brady putting his TB12 magic on something other than the Patriots and his little stint in Tampa where he won them a Super Bowl like that?
He's a winner, man. He knows how to win.
Has he found a way already? Like, at first it was like, what is he doing there? You know, Pete Carroll, maybe that was part of the equation.
Rich, that's where I thought you were going because there were videos and reels put out yesterday by YouTubers and social media dudes who do a lot of football ranting, saying, is Tom Brady just a next-level genius? Did he plant Pete Carroll in that whack system to get the number 1 overall pick? And then now this morning we're hearing, are the Jets also quiet geniuses?
The Jets, is this a...
That was the jokes on the internet.
Are the Jets embarrassing themselves by getting Gino?
On purpose.
Or are the Jets getting Gino knowing that they'll jet, and then maybe Arch Manning's the savior of all saviors if that's the direction they want to go? Are they thinking steps ahead?
I don't think so. I think that's wishful thinking. I think they're just bringing Gino Smith back.
And who's to say Arch Manning, we've seen young quarterbacks in the past, including one of his uncles, say, yeah, I'm not going to play there. What if this is the plan? Then Arch Manning's like, yeah, nah.
Yeah, the same way where Tom Brady wanted Carroll to work out, and then when he saw what was going on with his own eyes, yesterday on The Odd Couple, Bonsignore was on the air, and he said that because of Brady's broadcasting schedule, obviously he didn't get to see a lot of the Raiders games in person, but at that Dallas Monday night game, he said Brady was there watching it in person, shaking his head like, I am not going to let this happen next season. Ooh. So I think it's a product more of that than it is, Brady being some mastermind genius bringing Pete Carroll in to get the number 1 pick.
Well, people are talking a lot about all the moves. You got a center, the best center in the NFL, arguably, right? People are saying since Jason Kelsey, the best, talked about center. You have draft equity. You got Brock Bowers, Genty going into year 2, and people are expecting big things if he has a line and help.
You lose Crosby, but you get some good pieces.
You got equity.
Yeah.
Right?
They gained 8 starters.
Clint Kubiak, you got linebackers that you acquired.
And I think the difference is you willingly gain them, too, because people want to go where Tom Brady is because he is a winner and his reputation precedes him. And, why Team USA stacked this year? Because guys like Aaron Judge volunteered to be a part of it. And I think when you got a guy like Tom Brady that's a part of it, it just brings winning culture, winning mentality, and people excited to play for that team.
Yeah,
so I
think you're right. I think he's been the closer, Covino,
Without
in some of these deals. Like,
wait, if Tom Brady's
Tech,
involved, yeah, man, I believe in it. Yo, Aaron Judge is playing for WBC. All right, Cal Raleigh's in. Bryce Harper's in. All these dudes are in because there's a winner involved.
Well, it's like a movie, right? How many times have you heard directors back in the day?
You're right, Danny G. That's what I was looking for. Like, he's closing these deals. That's why this is happening.
It's like the old school movie business. See, before social media, before everyone's up each other's ass. Back in the day when people weren't in constant communication, some director or producer would be like, yeah, we're doing this new project. You want in? Guess who else is in? And they'll just falsely throw out names to lure someone, and then they tell the other person. And it's like a little trick. Like, hey, Covino, you want to do it? Dan Patrick's in.
Oh, he's in? Then I guess,
I'll
I'm
be
in.
And then they tell Dan Patrick, Dan, you want to do it? Collins in. It's like, oh, I guess if Collins in, I'll do it. And you start lying to get what you want.
You start with a lie, and then you build something real.
You build something real based on the lie. They've done it forever in the movie industry, and part of me feels like that happens in sports once in a while.
That is the story with the Team USA this year, and that's
Aaron
why
Judge
they're
is
stacked.
in.
And Raleigh's in, and Harper's in. And they got all these big names that were willing to play. Skeens is in, and Scooble's in, right? Wait, Skeens is in? Oh, yeah, then I'm in, right? So that's how it works. And I think Tom Brady, without a doubt, is that guy for the Raiders, and that's why we're seeing – oh, all right. They're making these solid moves. And again, there's a different vibe to it. Not just the moves that they're making. It's like there's promise there, and they're excited to be part of it because you're thinking now he's going to be that part of the change in the culture.
Can I give you the dumbed-down version of what we're describing? Sure. Taking away movies and sports. Hey, you want to go to the bar tonight? Someone's always going to say the
who's going?
The annoying who's going. And I hate that because that means like, what, I'm not good enough, but who's going? If I was like, oh, yeah, we got a good crew of people. It has to be hot girls and, cool guys that we work with. Then it's like, oh, I'll roll. I'll come.
Oh, Covino's going? All right, I'll go.
Be a leader, not a follower.
Yeah.
If
it's just Rich, no one's going.
Sam's going? Wait, it's just you and Sam? Nah, I'm good. I think I'll watch Paradise or something.
Is Covino going? Yeah, I'm going. That's how it usually goes.
You think that's how it goes? I don't know about that.
No, but there is truth to what we're saying here. I know it sounds silly, but that's how things work. Yeah. So you're seeing moves being made. I don't think the Jets are thinking that far ahead. I don't think that the Raiders were really scheming that far ahead. I think that's just how it's panning out now. And to put it in perspective, right? The bookends, I like that part of the story. I do. But Gino Smith is going back where he started in 2013. Where were you in 2013? That's 13 years ago. Rich and I were on SNY talking about Gino Smith on the Jets as home of the New York Jets, Mets, and all things New York sports.
I remember being in the newsroom at SNY, and there's some broadcasters that people may know from other networks, but Chris Carlin was one of them.
Yes.
I remember we
Adam
worked with
Shine.
Adam Shine, and I remember sitting in the newsroom, which Covino and I had no business sitting in a newsroom, but I remember them talking
That
about
was
like,
my snooze room. I just took a little nap in there.
wait, Gino Smith got punched in the face?
Yeah.
And he's out? I remember that story clearly.
Clear as day. And that was 2013. So we were working for the network in New York that aired the Jets
and here we are,
games and the news.
back again.
Mets, Jets, and all things New York sports was the slogan. And we did a goofy live TV show. But my point in bringing that up is, Rich, imagine out of nowhere, you're going back to SNY 13 years later. You're like, what?
Going
And
back
there's a few
you know,
people that still work there. They're
Going
like,
back,
"Hey."
going back to an old job.
It's like going back to an ex. And the question is it ever too late to go back to that ex? You know, what are your thoughts on that? And could you see yourself doing that? Because that's what Gino Smith is doing. That's what he's doing.
People have gone back to old jobs. Know what I always find fascinating? You ever visit an old job? Like maybe there's like one old coworker you're still pals with, and you go there, and the front door guy's still the same, or like, you know, maybe it's the maintenance guy, or, you know, the accountant or the HR person. Like, you're like, oh, look, Helen's still here. Hey!
All right, if you weren't married, who are you even dating in 2013? It'd be kind of
Yeah.
like going back to them.
Hey, let me ask you, Danny J, you weren't here in 2013, right?
No, I got here in 2015.
Dan Byer, you were.
I was.
Anyone in the building was Augusto here in 2013?
He may have been, yeah.
So, like,
I believe
let's
so.
say Jay Moore swung by. He'd probably be like, hey, Augusto.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, Dan Byer. Like you go back and you.
Mike was running this place in 2013,
and he
right?
had hair, I
Well,
heard.
Yeah.
Who?
Mike?
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike.
I would hope Jay would know me. We worked together for 5 years. So I would hope that'd be the case. But Augusto, yes, absolutely.
You were a big part of that show.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was going to say. I listen to Byer on the Jay Moore show every day.
So that's putting things in perspective a little bit. Could you do it? Is it ever too late? You're coming back with a whole different sort of perspective and wisdom. That's the thing. Look,
You would think you'd get some courtside tickets once in a while, huh, DB? You know, he's with Jeannie Buss and all. You know, no?
That's, I'm a Bucks fan, right?
Yeah, so that's
let me put a positive spin on this for the sad and lonely Jets fans, miserable Jets fans, like Jason Smith, right? Isn't he? Yeah, he's a Jets guy, right?
Oh, dude.
Sad and lonely like the dudes on last night's episode of Paradise. Yeah, we're just lonely, sad guys.
Lonely, sad Jets fans. I look at it this way. If you were to go back, you learn from your mistakes. I understand in sports you get older, but you also grow wiser. And he came to New York with all this promise. We remember we were there. You guys remember.
Yeah.
Gino Smith had tons of promise, but it didn't work out. He had his worst years there. But what happened? He got rid off. He didn't write back. Found himself in Seattle. Dude, he slayed it. You look at his numbers. He had one bad year, and that was last year with your Raiders. How do you know he doesn't come back with a different sense of wisdom? If I went back to SNY 13 years later, yeah, I'm not as young and handsome as I was, 13 years ago. But you know what? I'd come with a ton more confidence.
And a different vibe. Yeah.
And a different vibe. So I'm thinking positive. He's coming back to prove something. He's learned a lot since then, and he gets to go back and redeem himself and show New York that, hey, I didn't write back because I shouldn't have been written off. I just had a tough go the first time round. I'm here to prove it different. If you got back with that girl you were with in 2013, are you really going to be the same guy? I'd like to think we grew a little bit 13 years later.
We shall see.
I'm just
And
trying to put something positive
There's
out there.
different storylines going on because while it's the
Dude,
Jets,
You think he fell off that hard, or he just
I
wasn't comfortable
yeah.
with the Raiders system?
just didn't work out maybe.
Just didn't work out.
I think both things could
Both?
be
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Well, you
People
know
do
what?
fall off
Because
fast.
I mean,
We'll
he
find out.
threw. I watched every pass he threw last season, and some of those passes, the horrible passes, he was not under duress. So you could blame it on offensive line all day long, but he also was offensive.
He was offensive.
Yeah, but
We'll find out, though.
learning and being comfortable with a whole different system is not easy, bro. So maybe it's a lack of understanding, being comfortable.
Yeah, but
maybe he goes back to the Jets.
But this is a new system, new coach, new everything. It's not like he's going back to the Jets that he
and
was
it's
once
the same
part
thing,
of. I mean,
but
it's a new-
but I don't
well,
know.
he'll feel maybe comfortable going to MetLife. Who knows, right? But
There's got to be a feeling of I've been here before.
there's a couple layers to this, right? Because it's the Jets taking a chance on Gino again, and is it real or is it like is it Fugazi? Are they just looking for like, hey,
I don't think the
Gino's
Jets are saying
Gino's
he's the
suitable.
answer. I don't think. Yeah, he's just suitable. I don't think they're saying, "Oh, he's taking us to the promised land." I don't think that's the case.
Well, put aside the Jets for a second. Danny G, we're talking about all the hype of your Raiders and all the moves they're making. I just looked it up in Las Vegas, and according to DraftKings and all our friends,
Las Vegas.
right now, unless it's changed, which I don't think it has, currently the over-under win total for the Raiders.
Let me guess. People still aren't going to buy into him yet until it's proven on the field. I'm going to say 5 games.
5.5.
Okay.
So if you believe that they're building something that it might not be there yet, but if you're thinking, I wouldn't be shocked if the Raiders found a way to build a team that was 8-9 or 7-10, like a step closer.
Yeah.
I sort of like the over there. I mean, God, maybe that's a fool's bet, but there's a part of because they're in a great division. You know, Kansas City's trying to get better.
Yeah, you got to play some of the best teams twice per season. And then the other question mark is what veteran QB are they going to bring in? Because their GM Spytech has said that he doesn't want to just throw Fernando in immediately.
Yeah, so there's a part of me that wonders, sucker bet or not, 5.5 wins, according to Las Vegas. You taking that over? If they go 6-11, you win that bet. What were they last year? 3-14, right?
Yeah. I mean, we'll know more after the draft, too, because they have more draft capital than any other team in the league right now. So what I'm saying,
Danny, before the draft might be the time, because maybe that number moves to 6 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, 6 wins in Vegas wins you the over. And I'm not some big gambling fool, but I do think that if you believe that Tom Brady and the Raiders are building something, we've seen parity in the NFL where teams go from 3 wins to playoff teams, where teams go from playoff teams to 5 wins. Like, the league moves fast.
As long as they're moving in the right direction, and say Fernando gets in a few games into the season and he looked like he did in college as the Heisman Trophy winner, and the team is starting to gel because these are a lot of new faces, a new coaching staff, a lot of pieces need to be put together. So you would think that the growth you're really going to see is in year 2 of this new regime.
Mm-hmm. Well, will year 1 of this new regime deliver 6-11?
I think so. I would take that if I was a gambling fool like Rich Davis. Oh, I'm sorry, you're a dancing fool. No, you're just a fool.
Great Frank Zappa song.
Yeah.
Dancing fool. What's up, DM Buyer?
What's interesting about the Raiders over-under number is we don't know the health of Patrick Mahomes. So let's just say the Raiders and the Chiefs have those wacky schedules where they play week 16 and week 18 that we've seen. Then maybe their win total changes because the Chiefs would have Mahomes by then.
Yeah. What if they play in week 2?
Correct. So the actual layout of the schedule, I think, could have a say in how the Raiders perform.
Who's backing up Mahomes? Do we know that?
Well, Gardner Minshew's now in Arizona.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Andy Reid's going to suit up.
Well,
I saw yesterday. I saw what if NFL coaches wore uniforms like other sports, where like baseball managers, and it was Andy Reid in a football uniform.
I got one of the Chris Oladokin was the third stringer who came in when Minshew got hurt. My wife saw a different Andy Reid AI meme.
Yeah.
Where like he was slick, like it was slimmed down style. My wife goes, Andy Reid, like this is, and by the way, he was walking in like Manhattan, so it was total AI. But
tell your wife I fall for stuff too.
Yeah, you look like a $190 buff, clean. My wife's like, wow, Andy Reid looks good.
Huh?
And the season's only been over for 2 months.
Oh, that's funny. All right, your thoughts. Let's get it going. Most interactive show here on Fox Sports Radio.
And again, the story today is Gino Smith back to the Jets. Is it ever too late to go back to your ex? He was there in 2013. He's back, and he's only 35. So it's not like he's the oldest guy. He just had a really bad year. That's my spin on it.
Well, you know what? A lot of times, and I'll wrap it with this, and we'll take your feedback on Gino, on the Raiders, on the Jets, on whatever the heck you want to talk about. I think a lot of times when you see a guy coming off a bad season.
Let me ask you this, though. Your first year in a new place, is it always the best year you had career-wise? We just get to watch and criticize.
No, I get it. I'm just saying it could go one of two ways. When you see someone coming off like a bad year, that next year, this year 2 will determine, Are they going to bounce back? Was that the anomaly, or is this the beginning of the downfall? Like, as a Niners fan, Mike Evans had statistically his worst year, and he was injured. So if you're a Niners fan, like I am, you're thinking, well, is Mike Evans with Brock Purdy in the system? Yeah, he may put up 1,200 yards again. Or does Mike Evans get injured and put up 400 yards and he's not there half the time? Like, you don't know because it's the year following the
True.
It's the like with Gino Smith, it's the uh-oh.
Did you see the Evans electrical memes?
Of course I did. It know what it was? You know the black guy behind the tree that's like go outside. Ooh.
Yeah.
saw
With
that-
the yellow suit on?
With the yellow suit on, I saw that guy, and the transmitter was his head, and it was like looking at Mike Evans' limbs or something like that.
The one that I saw was like someone took like a pork belly or something off the grill and the meat just slid off the bone. They're like Mike Evans' hamstring after playing next to the electrical substation.
That's so bad. Yeah, you don't
And
want to
the internet wins every time.
you don't
All
want
right,
to root against
you
them.
know what? 877-99 on Fox. Jets, Raiders, Mike Evans. Any storyline from the NFL you want to chat about? We'll take your feedback next, and we're going to talk about a little World Baseball Classic. And if this Arozarena Cal Raleigh thing is real or not, are you buying in? We'll do some Iron Mike trivia, give away some prizes, all coming up right here. Having fun on a Tuesday. Covino and Rich.
Ready to tackle your financial goals with Weeble? You don't have to sit on the sidelines. Whether you're a rookie or a pro, Weeble puts you in the game like Gino Smith with the tools that help you make the moves you want. Trade stocks, options, ETFs, or play the long game with cash management and retirement accounts all on one platform.
Weeble's app pairs advanced analytics with real-time data so you could read the defense, adjust your strategy, stay in control. And now with Vega, that's your personal AI market assistant. You could ask questions like, what's the outlook for this stock? Or, hey, can you analyze my watch list? You get real-time stock analysis, volatility insights, a real good look into your portfolio. You can even use Portfolio X-Ray to spot trends, manage risk, and optimize performance.
Stop punting your financial future. Join Weeble's community to discuss markets, trending topics, and ideas with fellow investors. Download the Weeble app today on mobile or desktop, Webull, or visit Weeble.com.
Weeble Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Webull.com/disclosure.
I'm a fan of Stu Gotts being added to the lineup. Their producer Mike, the whole team there.
Great guy, fun guy. I've been a longtime fan for sure.
And I feel like every day now he's been getting our back with this Colin thing where Colin stole.
Well, it's just great content.
You
He's really
say
just using
getting
you
our
for
back,
content.
maybe stirring the pot is kind of how
I
I see
feel like,
it.
no, he's like,
but I'm glad he's on our
Yeah.
side.
Maybe
but-
throwing gasoline on it.
Yeah,
is a better way to say
exactly.
it.
I thought we handled it.
No, gasoline. No, Daddy Yankee stayed home. Sorry. But I will say I love the fun and the vibe that Stu Gotts is bringing because this Colin Fernando Mendoza thing just won't go away, and I sort of love it to the point where our good pal, the producer from Colin, Tui, reached out and he's like, guys, I have nothing to do with this. Like, we now have Colin's producers
Well,
like
the truth
butting
is,
in. I love it.
we were sniped, but it wasn't from Colin. It wasn't from his producers that we're pals with.
Okay.
It was some other ancillary producer
Yeah,
there
it was
who made it happen.
It was a freelance talent booker that was there on site at Radio Row.
And we already said that, yeah, of course we were disappointed, but we weren't mad at anybody. But we were there on standby. To add insult to injury, we planned for this interview and we were excited about it for weeks. And then we had to sit there on stage and watch Colin interview Fernando from a screen. Like we were actually
Fernando!
there. You know what I mean?
Fernando!
Like,
Come on.
Do you guys understand what we're saying?
Yeah, well, dare I say, I don't think I could use some of these words on the air, but like, there's a category in porn for this when a guy just sits there and I felt like I was the dude sitting in the chair watching, someone with my girl.
Yeah, that's exactly what was happening.
You guys are upset. I got a Fernando tattoo in San Francisco on Wednesday.
And by the way, we did know the night before, but we did show up the next morning just in case we were able to squeeze some time out of it and make it happen anyway.
Fernando Gate. It's a thing.
Turns out we weren't able to, so we had to watch. But
I just love the fact that
we understood. I understood.
Our
I don't
new
want to speak
pal.
on behalf of everybody. I understood.
Our new pal, Stu Gotts. I mean, talk about a teammate. This guy's a clubhouse guy. He's a locker room guy.
Is he? I mean, I like to think that. Or is he, again, just
nothing
starting
better.
stuff?
Wait, I have one bone to pick with Stu guys.
Nothing better than someone that stirs the pot. So him, Izzy, that whole crew.
They're fun, and we hung out with them at the staff dinner. They're good guys.
Know whose name I forget? And I feel like I talked to him the most.
Taylor.
The young kid. That kid.
Don't feel bad about forgetting him. He don't know.
Yeah, he said
who.
you guys were the same guy.
Yeah, he don't know if I'm you or you.
Well, I
He
feel
said
better.
you were Rich Covino.
Because
I heard
I
him.
forget the kid's name, and I met him 100 times. But he's such a good young kid. Izzy, of course, we all know from ESPN and Stu Gatz, but
Who?
a good team.
Is he ripped, handsome? That guy.
Goody. Israel Gutierrez.
Yeah.
No, when Izzy joined the team, it just Covino was mad because he went down one notch of in-shape hosts on Fox Sports Radio. Like, now you're behind Jonas, LeVar. You're behind a lot of people now.
Look, at 2 days in a row, though, Stu Gatz has claimed that Fernando was his interview, and because he wasn't going to be there on Friday, he graciously gave it to you guys because it was happening in his time slot. Wrong buzzer. No, it wasn't. It was in the morning. We ought to wake our butts up early, which is why we were on the stage during Colin's show, West Coast time.
I'll let him think that, though, Danny.
Yeah,
let him think
I
that.
know.
He's our pal.
As long as he has our back, I'm cool with
If
that.
we were on the Traders, we'd have a little alliance with Stu Gatz right now. Let's vote off
so then
music.
Let's give the facts then here
Yes.
from the source, right?
Yeah.
We're the source. Danny G, Spot, our team. We coordinated this interview a long time ago. The facts are we were supposed to interview Fernando Mendoza at Radio Row. It was one of the biggest gets for Super Bowl week.
He was on our list to start the week.
He was on our list. We were really excited about it. We were prepared to do it. We found out the night before that, man, we're not going to have the time because Colin's getting the interview. We didn't know how that happened. We assumed that someone saw his name on our list and they tried to snag it. Turns out it was a third-party booker that sort of swiped it. Colin had no knowledge of it. Neither did his producers that were pals with Tui and the rest of the crew. Right. We did show up anyway. We did show up anyway.
Tui was upset.
And
He
we
really
had
was.
to watch the whole thing.
Listen.
Because Tui's our boy. We've filled in on Colin before,
and
and
the
we've
other
known
facts.
him for a long time.
and-
Were we disappointed? Yes. I'm not going to pretend like I wasn't. You know, this is what we're there for, right? We're there, and we're excited about it. We were prepared for it. And did we have to watch in misery and add salt to the wound? Yes. So, no, we weren't happy about it. Did we understand? Yes. Here's a deeper question. Would we have done the same thing had we given the opportunity?
Dancing fool. Dancing fool. I love how random we get on FSR.
It's my jam right here.
Do you think anyone on Fox Sports Radio has
I'm just
ever
a
said,
down-ass fool, bro.
Do you think anyone on this network has ever said, well, that's Frank Zappa?
Well, it's okay. We're the first. We're first to do a lot of nonsense here on
that is
Fox
true.
Sports Radio. I take pride in that. Worldwide leaders of nonsense, Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Two down-ass dancing fools, Steve Covino, Rich Davis. Actually, you know who's the dancing queen of the show? Sammy Sweetheart over there.
Why couldn't you call me a dancing king?
I'm saying, Sam.
You're working your way there, man. Yeah. You can see him dancing as we speak right now. He's dancing like Ted in the studio. Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. The live chat is up. Danny G's taking your phone calls. Our executive super producer at 877-99 on Fox. We're going to Bayer in about 5-6 minutes for an update, and you never know what's going to happen. Lots of moves in the NFL, and, of course, we got to talk some WBC Again, Covino and Rich live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Your next success can begin sooner than you think. Put your goals within reach at University of Maryland Global Campus, an accredited state university. Undergraduate and most graduate classes start soon, so learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu.
All right, who wants to talk about the Jets, Danny G?
Our boy Bruno in Brooklyn.
Bruno, what's up?
What's up?
Hey, buddy.
Guys, listen, long-suffering Jets fan. When I saw that news today, I said, okay, this is an early April Fool's joke because in all seriousness, when that was kicked around, I said, this can't be happening. But the wild thing is this. Woody Johnson's out of his mind. He kept Glenn, which was a bad move. But now they're going backward. They're not going forward. The only thing to say about sports is if you can't give me wins, give me hope. And when they drop something like that on us this early, you know your season coming up isn't going to be a good one. And that's the hard part. And it's terrible because there are a lot of suffering fans out there like me.
You know what's interesting about what you just said? And that's, you nailed it, Bruno. If you don't give me wins, give me hope. What a great way to look at sports, right? Because Danny G, we talked about the Raiders' win total for next year, 5.5 in Vegas. But for a fan like you, it's not about winning right now. It's about hope. And with Fernando, Clint Kubiak, new leadership, new players. Like,
be a fun team and show the fan base that you are moving towards the playoffs.
What made Shawshank not so bad for Andy Dufresne? Hope. Remember, that was the whole thing with him and Red. Like, hope. That's a pipe dream, Andy.
You mean the baby on Paradise?
They're not naming it Hope.
They're not naming it
They're
Hope?
not naming it Hope.
Oh.
But no, for real, it's hope or wins. And if you're not giving me either, it's like I always say radio or broadcasting or podcasting. Do one of two things. Inform me of something I don't know or make me laugh. Otherwise, what are you doing?
All right. So that's the news. And by the way, if you go to YouTube and search like Covino and Rich, Gino Smith, you can see us talking about how bad he was in 2013.
Well, you know what, Danny, can you pull it up? This is actually, no joke, 13 years ago when we were on in New York.
Yo, get this. Jets lost their second straight, and Gino Smith was awful. Why does it seem like the leash is so long for rookie quarterbacks, Rich?
Well, look at it this way.
Go ahead.
You draft a quarterback unlike any other player you draft, right? Because you're looking at possibly making this guy a focal point and leader of your organization.
Right.
So, unlike any other sport, I agree, unlike any other sport, this guy has a long leash. Because
what are you talking about? His long leash all day.
You have. It's very funny.
Yeah.
Well, look at guys like Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
They started out throwing more picks than touchdowns. It's part of the learning process. There's no other sports position where you get like on-the-field training.
You can cut it there.
If
But
any
to
other-
think that 13 years ago we're talking about Geno Smith struggling as a rookie for the Jets, and here we are again.
13 years later, and that's like you going back to where you were in 2013. We were talking about him in New York City on SNY. So happy to be here on Fox Sports Radio.
Good to know a long leash junk innuendo still it would be Covino's go-to.
I mean, that was pushing the envelope back then.
Your
on
maturity,
TV.
your maturity has gone nowhere.
Yeah, you know, I'd probably go back and do the same exact thing.
That's true.
All right, so let's talk a little baseball. Baseball. How about that?
Funny side up.
You know, I hate people trying to compare it to the World Series or Olympics, like Bryce Harper was talking about the Olympics or anything. It is what it is. It's a tournament. It's exciting. It is what it is. The WBC. I've watched it since its inception in 2006. It took about 20 years to get to this point of excitement. Because I think the last tournament was also great.
You're a big WBC guy. You're like, you know how
I believed in it.
you know how Ariel Helwani was way early on UFC?
Yeah.
Like, if Covino was the guy that was talking about the World Baseball Classic 15 years ago.
I just believed in the concept, and I believed in what it was meant to be, like this World Cup vibe, international, real-life sort of World Series. But it's a tournament, and that's why there's this crazy level of excitement there. Even Schoolboy was shocked to see how much it meant to him. As you and I were discussing on our Patreon earlier today, Covino and Rich on Patreon every afternoon if you want to check it out.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/Covino and Rich. Schoolboy was thinking this was going to be more of a glorified all-star experience. And now that he's leaving early, he's like, hold up, wait a minute. This means a lot more to the players.
Now
And
he's sad he's leaving early.
Yeah, and when you see what it means to the players, especially the international superstars, it makes you as a fan say, wait a minute, maybe I should be caring a little more. And finally, everybody's catching on.
All right, question for you.
It's badass, dude. I love it.
For the people that are casually watching, they'll catch a little.
If you're casually watching, I want to take the croc off of your own foot and hit you over the head with it.
You're assuming
I'm
someone's
assuming
wearing Crocs if
yes,
you're casually
I'm
watching?
assuming you're the type of guy that's wearing Crocs because I don't get it. How are you not? If you're a baseball fan, how are you not watching? I saw a clip today and it made me think because I felt the same way a little bit. This guy goes, "Is anyone watching the World Series, watching Team USA, wishing that was my team?" He's like, "I'm a Yankees fan, but I'll tell you what, like I'm watching Team USA with a sense of pride, wishing like, man, I wish my team were as stacked as this group of players. They're a great group of players. We should take some pride in that."
Listen, it's fun to watch, but I'm saying for the people that are casually watching, because I'm not going to lie, I'm casually watching.
It's still early. I get it.
Team DR, USA, Mexico, Japan.
Well, watch USA Italy tonight.
Maybe we'll give him some more props later, but the electrician from the Chechen team who struck out Ohtani. I mean, there's great moments.
You mean baseball legend Andres Sotoria?
Love that guy.
He's the guy that struck out Ohtani in the last tournament.
So, question for you. What are we down to now? How many teams? And give everyone the cliff notes of
it
this.
goes until the 17th.
No, but are we down to like 8 teams soon? 6? Like 10? Like what? Look it up because I got to know this. Because if you're going to try to sell me on it.
I'm not trying to sell you on anything. If you don't want to watch it, then don't.
I
You know
do,
what I mean?
I do, but
I can't tell you. How can I describe the excitement level here? Because that's what I'm getting at. Like, you got some really dominant teams. It's anyone's ball game. There's still undefeated teams there. You got Team USA, and again, they're leading in their pool. They just beat Mexico, who is also a favorite team right behind them. Mexico plays Italy next week. We'll see if USA beats Italy tonight. Puerto Rico still undefeated last I checked. Dominican Republic undefeated. Team Japan. They're arguably favored in the tournament.
Of the 20 teams, 8 teams will advance to the quarterfinals, which is like happening now. So on March 10th, 8 teams will now advance.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're not going to start following now, then, yeah, I guess you don't care that much.
3 teams, as of right now, if I'm reading this correctly, 5 of the 8 teams have clinched their spot in the quarterfinals. 3 teams remain. And then we'll be down to the final 8.
Well, Japan clinched, and that's why Ohtani didn't play. So and there's speculation that he didn't play because he didn't want to face Andres Sotoria, who struck him out in the previous World Baseball Classic.
Doesn't want to get the heat.
Yeah,
doesn't want to take the heat.
He didn't play. And, yeah, they advanced, too. So it's really heating up right now, and I think you should be watching.
All right, well, there's thoughts on the World Baseball Classic we'll get to right after. Dan Byer, what's going on, DB?
Well, Rich's alma mater's in the thick of it of the ACC tournament. An underdog today against SMU. Actually, I have no idea what the line was, but Syracuse is the lower-seeded team.
Wait, the Clown College made it that far?
Oh, jeez. Covino's been relentless.
I know.
We're
This guy.
40 minutes in.
Wait, Ringling University? What?
First there was the school drop-off. Now this.
Dude, talking about a guy. I went to Syracuse. This guy went to like a community college in Jersey.
No, I went to Montclair State University.
Might as well be a community college.
It's not a community college. It's the second largest school in New Jersey, the state in which I live.
Yeah. Go off to Taylorham. Call me later.
Looks like SMU is a almost 10-point favorite.
Oh,
okay. I assumed, but I didn't want to, make a what out of you and me. Mustangs lead the Orange right now, 51-42. 5 minutes gone by in the second half of that first round ACC tournament game. Earlier today in the ACC, Pitt knocked off Stanford 64-63. That's big because Stanford was sitting on the bubble. Now unlikely headed to the NCAA tournament as they cannot improve their resume. In the Big 12, Arizona State beat Baylor 83-79. Cincinnati's on the bubble. They won today against Utah 73-66. In the Big 10, Maryland leads Oregon 28-10 with 2.5 minutes to go in that first round game in the Big 10. Duke guard Caleb Foster out indefinitely with a fracture in his foot. Lakers guard Luka Doncic fined $50,000 for making the money gesture towards officials on Sunday. And your day in the NFL is this. You guys talked about it. Gino Smith acquired by the Jets in a trade with the Raiders. Jets also signed former Bears corner Nashawn Wright. Patriots signed former Packers wide receiver Romeo Doubs to a 4-year deal worth $68 million. The Lions signed running back Isaiah Pacheco to a 1-year deal. And the Athletics' Diana Rossini reports the 49ers' asking price for backup quarterback Mac Jones has been, quote, astronomical, end quote, according to her sources. That's why Mac Jones right now remains in San Francisco. Guys, back to you.
No, thank you, DB. By the way, Covino's college, the mascot was a jar of hair gel, wasn't it?
No, it's Red Hawks.
Oh, the Red,
the Red Hawks.
Okay. Montclair State, chat.
Montclair State, bro.
All right, well, we got more CNR. We'll talk about a little fight, a little discrepancy among teammates next.
Well, that's the maybe, like you said, the controversial part of the WBC. You got teammates going against each other.
Gets a little dicey. All right, now, have you ever wiped with an extra dry piece of single-ply toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets?
I left that life behind me, bro.
Well, it's not. It gets a lot better thanks to Dude Wipes, the extra-large cleaning power. And when they say extra-large, they mean business. No matter what the size of your mess, top to bottom, Dudes has you covered for a confident clean. They comfortably clean whatever TP leaves behind. No more maintenance wipes.
Honestly, like when I go to people's houses and they don't have, like, a stack of Dude Wipes, I'm like, are we living in the caveman times?
It's like old school timey times.
What is this, the Abe Lincoln times? What's going on
Well,
here?
hey, extra large Dude Wipes, they start experiencing the confident clean of Dude Wipes when you start using them. 100% plant-based natural fibers, a variety of scents, shea butter, mint chill. Join the movement for cleaner movements, for a skid-free life, and protect your end zone. Available on Amazon and all major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes.
Dude Wipes.
Best clean, pants down.
The World Baseball Classic Team USA is stacked. And who's the leader of the team? Who's the captain? Aaron Judge. He's the guy. He is a leader by example. He's never been really an animated vocal leader. I can't say he's not a vocal leader, but he's not an animated guy. It's not who he is. He follows the Jeter blueprint. Was Jeter ever some sort of overly charismatic, outspoken loudmouth?
I just have to tell you, when you say things like that,
why?
Everyone else wants to
Why does that
barf
bother
in
you?
their-
Because your team stinks?
No, everyone else wants to barf in their mouth when you say
Why?
things like, he
Why?
follows the Jeter blueprint.
Why?
Like there's
The
this
proof is in the championships.
Like there's this perfect way to be a Yankee
tell
or
me
something.
Tell me all the Yankee controversy that Derek Jeter started. That guy had a stellar career. Give credit where it's due. You should be embarrassed as a Mets fan.
He gave out gift baskets to girls he banged.
Your boy David
Allegedly.
Wright wishes. You wish that David Wright, or any Met for that matter, had the career of Derek Jeter.
I mean,
he
I
did form a blueprint.
I do think that. But Aaron Judge, stop with the blueprint. He's a good leader, great player. Don't make me hate him. His speech to Team USA is getting criticized. And
Criticized by who? Dave Portnoy? He's a Red Sox fan. He's another blowhard. Let him yap about him. Dave Portnoy he has to hate on Derek Jeter. That's what he does. Same way I don't like the Red Sox. That's his job. I don't blame him.
I didn't even see the Portnoy thing. I'm just assuming
Barstool. It's so weird because Barstool says two things. They have a tweet that says, "It's sad to see Judge being criticized for having the worst speech ever." And then in a following tweet, Dave Portnoy writes, "Worst speech ever." It's like, pick a side. Is it sad or are you adding to this?
Well, I mean, listen. I know we don't live in a world where everyone is Jameis Winston, because that guy could give a speech. That guy could fire up. He could go to an old folks home and get some old people dancing.
Jameis Winston. It's like when you're filling in for Colin and they're like, "You guys stink." Why? Because we're not Colin? We're Covino and Rich. Why are you expecting Aaron Judge to be Jameis Winston when he's not? That's insane to me. That's not who he is, who he ever was. And if you think that's a lack of leadership, you're out of your mind. Clean out your eyes and your ears and notice that this guy leads by example. He's a consummate professional, and he's the real deal. If you don't understand that, you're missing the plot. And you know who came out and spoke out on his behalf recently? The great Paul O'Neill. It's like, anyone that criticizes this guy as a leader knows nothing about baseball, knows nothing about how he's viewed by his peers and his teammates.
Aaron Judge's biggest defenders, Steve Covino and Paul O'Neill.
Because this story is hogwash. You know the stuff I use in the shower to clean my junk?
Hogwash.
I'm going to give it to you to use on your face to clean out your mouth because you're talking smack. Hogwash. You're hating on, this is the problem with the world, not just Aaron Judge. We love our default settings to hate on stuff. You're hating on a guy who does everything right. Get a life. losers. You guys are anyone criticizing Aaron Judge? Loser. I want to see the slob. You're the same slob that's criticizing pageant models as they're walking down the runway. Let's see what you're doing. Let's see how great
You're
you are.
saying we're the
Let's see
equivalent.
what you look
Hold on.
like.
If you criticize
Yes,
Aaron Judge's speech, you're
because there's
saying
nobody better than
you're
that guy.
saying it's the equivalent of a fatso
Yes.
criticizing a runway model.
He's a treasure. You know what we should be doing? Applauding this guy. He's the captain of Team USA.
But you
You should be
just-
rooting him on. Rooting against Aaron Judge is un-American.
He just stood up.
Losers.
rise.
All rise and celebrate this man because he
rise.
plays the game the
Hold
way
on.
it's supposed to be
Hold on.
played.
I got to stand.
Aaron Judge
That's
on
right.
Judgment Day.
Oh, Judgment Day.
Who said he has to be a dynamic speaker? He's a leader on the field. He's a baseball player. He's not doing TED Talks. He's not hosting on Fox Sports Radio. He hits home runs.
By the way, Covino defending Aaron Judge.
Because it's a joke. People are gross.
But I feel like you would defend Aaron Judge harder than like your
people
girlfriend,
are
your
gross.
kid, your
'Cause
family.
This is a
or
great
anything.
example of people
You
being
need to be
gross.
his publicist.
That's
you
right.
Are
I will be.
perfect for that
Aaron
job.
Judge, I'll be your publicist.
Because you believe in Aaron Judge.
That's right. I do
Genuinely.
believe in him. I absolutely do. And I believe that he's going to lead Team USA to their second World Baseball Classic. Dude, Team Japan has won 3 years in a row. Instead of backing this guy up, you're criticizing him? Let's see your
USA.
credentials. I want to see your credentials. I want to see who you are criticizing Aaron Judge. And if you missed this speech that's getting all this criticism, take a listen. Aaron Judge addressing his teammates.
Sacrificing for your family at home, you're sacrificing for your country, and you're sacrificing for the brothers in the trenches with you. And that's one thing I want us to do, fellas. You know, we're down, we're beat up a little bit, man. You know, bleed into each other, man. We're gonna lay it out on the line. If we do that, we're bringing the goal.
What do you apologize? What did you do?
About the Ringling brothers, Ringling College that you went to, Ringling University.
Know what I thought you were apologizing for?
Because the truth
What you
is,
just dropped in the studio.
no.
He dropped what you call an inquisitive. You know what those are?
An inquisitive?
That's when, let's just say you had something bad for lunch. Covino hit me with a,
No, it's a Wicked Games because it went.
I was like, geez, dude. Now I walk out of the studio. Disgusting. Get you some
Well,
dude wipes.
I was apologizing to you and
Yeah.
everybody listening because I lied. Rich never actually graduated from Ringling University.
No?
He went, but he didn't graduate. So anyway, we're live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio with Danny G and Iowa Sam.
During the break, I questioned, and Covino's like, what do you think? People are dummies? And I said, with all due respect, some people are, yes. Does everyone on planet Earth know that if you were to say name a circus, do you think everyone would say, yeah, Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus?
It's the only one.
Yeah.
Like that would be the go-to,
There's a bunch
right?
of traveling circus or circi, as
Is it
people
cir-
say in
circa?
plural.
Hmm.
But, I mean, there's only one world-famous Ringling Brothers.
I have a question that, again, we talked about how we talk about things no one's ever talked about on Fox
Mhm.
Sports Radio. If you had to guess,
Mm-hmm.
Sam, don't give me your answer yet. If I was Sam, were in a circus, what do you think he'd want to be? If you granted him skills, like right now, would he be the lion tamer? Would he be the strong man? Would he be the guy that rode the motorcycle in the cage?
I don't see him as a Gunther Gable Williams type. I see him. I see him like on a tightrope, I think.
But what about a bear? What about a bear riding a unicycle with Iowa Sam on the
I
bear?
picture him in a leotard balancing on a tightrope. Anyway, yeah, we got to get to the play of the day, bro. Let me think about this. It's time for
Or
a
would
tire
Sam
rack.
like team up with family members and be like a trapeze act?
You
I'd
know,
probably be a clown.
Let me think about it. Time for the tire rack play of the day. SGA hit a dagger 3 last night.
5. SGA step back 3. He's got it! 2.7 left. OKC by 3. Gordon the heave. No! And on a night that he ties Wilt Chamberlain.
That's an amazing record, huh? The 20-point streak. So, hey, congrats to SGA. And the Thunder beat the Nuggies, 129-126, courtesy of NBC, and that was our Tire Rack play of the day. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find those right tires for how, what, and where you drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection, convenient installation options like mobile tire installation.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. And let me remind you, on Thursday, we're going to do SGA Day here on Fox Sports Radio. More reason to watch what you hear and follow our YouTube page
And by
for
that,
free.
you mean we're all gonna wear our flashiest, ridiculous wardrobe?
Nothing that we have, I don't think, is as ridiculous as the Yeti coat he wore the other day, but we're going to do our best just to see if we could own it, you know?
We'll see. We'll try.
We'll
try
find
at least.
out on Thursday.
So let me set this up like a nice little I'll set you up for a little spike in volleyball.
Okay.
A Rosarena
Yes.
and Cal Raleigh.
Yes.
The interaction at the World Baseball Classic.
Awkward burgers.
But is it just awkward burgers that goes away in a week or so, or is this like trouble? We'll get to your feedback next right here. FSR.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all's show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct. 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during
can't.
a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
In the NFL today, the Jets acquired quarterback Gino Smith in a trade with the Raiders, bringing Smith back to the team that drafted him in the second round of the 2013 draft. The Jets and Raiders also swapped late-round picks to make the deal. The Patriots and former Packers wide receiver Romeo Doubs agreed to terms on a 4-year deal worth $68 million. Former Packers center Elton Jenkins is signing on a 2-year deal with the Cleveland Browns. The Lions signed running back Isaiah Pacheco to a 1-year contract. Tight end Dawson Knox heads back to the Bills on a 3-year deal. College basketball ACC tournament first-round play. SMU leads Syracuse 64-48 as the teams play midway through the second half in that ACC first-round game. Stanford's on the bubble. They lost to Pitt earlier today, 64-63. Duke guard Caleb Foster out indefinitely with a fracture in his foot. Cincinnati topped Utah in the Big 12, 73-66. Arizona State the win over Baylor, 83-79. I'm Dan Beyer.
You think anybody could repeat that blabber David Lee Roth says right there? Word for word? Because I hear it every day, and I can't repeat it.
Nope. I'm going to say a big N-O.
Shut up, Steve. No time to waste. Let's get right back to it. Steve Covino and Rich Davis. Hour 2 of Super Fun Time, known as Covino and Rich.
Yeah,
with
buddy.
Danny G, our super producer, SP, super producer, Danny G, and Iowa Sam, who on the side does a tightrope act for the traveling circus. I don't know if you knew
The Amazing
that.
Sam.
The Amazing Sammy Sam. And, of course, Dan Byers here. Thank you guys for being here. Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. We're streaming live on the YouTube page, and we be rocking out. Let's go. You can also hear us on the iHeartRadio app, wherever, whenever, Shakira style, 24/7. The new and improved iHeartRadio app. Search Fox Sports Radio. Stream us live every day and select Fox Sports as your number one preset. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Can I throw everyone for a loop real quick?
Yes. You're good at that.
ADD's blazing. Like hip-hop and R&B on Hot 97 in the 90s. What was the big hip-hop channel, Danny G, out here for you? Blazing hip-hop and R&B.
We had Power 106 and 92.3 The Beat.
Yeah, blazing. My ADD's blazing, like hip-hop and R&B in the 2000s and 90s. One of our buddies posed a hypothetical, and I know you and I were like, hey, maybe we'll save it for overpromise, but I think more people in on the conversation might make it more fun, if that's cool with you, real quick. And then we'll get to a Rosarena and Cal Raleigh and whether or not they're ever going to be bros again. We'll get to that. We'll get to more NFL moves. But can I throw a hypothetical out there, courtesy of our pal Mauser in Cincinnati?
If I said no,
I'd still do it, so you're right.
Okay,
It's a good point. But I think it's a good one. I really do, bro. I really do. He posed a question. If a high school team played a pro team in all sports, what would the biggest blowout be, and what would the closest game be? Like, where is the...
I think the answer's obvious.
But
But
no, because
I know,
we
when you think further, you might change it.
Because it's all over the place, because I'm looking at basketball highlights and football and baseball and hockey. All right, if I were to say take a good, I'm not talking like an All-American, a good high school team and put them against a pro team, what high school team keeps a game the closest? And here's my initial thoughts, and then you guys could all chime in if that's cool. I don't think a high school kid could tackle Derrick Henry. I don't think a high school kid on a good regular team could keep up with any route run by a Tyreek Hill type. I think in football, a high school team would get massacred by an NFL team.
Is there a big butt coming up?
No.
Do we have a Cardi B butt anywhere in here?
I think
because you think some high school kid is teeing off on a Paul Skeens?
That's what I'm saying. I think if you have a professional
That
MLB
sizzling
pitcher, I don't think a good high school baseball player could touch big league pitching, and I think big league hitters would tee off 75-mile-an-hour high school pitchers that it would be astronomically blowouts. And then in basketball, my guess was basketball might be the closest because a good team could maybe play defense enough or get a couple lucky shots, heave up some shots, and maybe control the ball
They
more.
keep it the closest.
And hockey, I just feel like maybe the same thing where you might be able to just skate around and have control of the puck. I don't know.
Probably still the speed and physicality.
Yeah, you'd get smushed.
Well,
what is your
the
instinct?
hypothetical's fun, but you said the obvious, and that's exactly how I feel too.
But
I think it's football by far because
Is
you're
it by
dealing
far?
with man strength and monsters. Even the best high school kids couldn't keep up, not even close.
What do you think, Dan By? What is your initial instinct?
Even though, by the way, we saw a high school kid, a 17-year-old kid on the Brazilian team, get Aaron Judge to ground into a double play.
We did
right?
see that.
So you see some cool things. I'm not saying that they can't have moments, but it's got to be the strength and size and speed differential in the NFL. These kids can't compete with that. Not even close.
Dan By, we always talk, people love to do that dumb hypothetical where you want to punch them in the throat. Well, they'll be like, hey, do you think like Alabama or someone could compete with the Cleveland Browns? And you're like, no, you moron. They'd get smoked 56-0.
Yes.
So would a high school team, would that be the biggest, in your mind, differential?
It's not even close. It's football.
No,
It's not even close at all.
Yeah.
Yes.
They all get slaughtered. We're saying who has the best chance to survive a little bit.
Yeah, where does the talent level really, where's the hugest disparity? And I would imagine the NFL.
I mean, college football has a 3-year rule for a reason where you need to be removed from your high school class so you're at least developed. They don't want 18 and 19-year-olds in their league where you have in basketball, you have the one and done rule now is in place for college hoops, but we've seen high school players go straight to the NBA. There's AAU tournaments where you're playing. I think baseball, kids can throw 80s, low 90s in high school baseball.
Hang maybe.
Yeah.
But I do think when you said the NFL, like I see kids
let's
rocking
not
their.
forget the physicality component that the NFL brings.
That's
right?
the only
So-
reason. Yeah, that's the absolute reason why.
Dan, you ever like just stop by a supermarket or a little deli around here, Starbucks. You see a kid with his El Camino or Taft or Sherman Oaks Notre Dame high school jersey on. You're like, that kid that's rocking his like football jersey that's like 16, 17, he would be killed in the NFL. But 17, 18-year-old kid that throws smoke might be able to like get a couple guys to ground out or pop up. I don't know.
I'm gonna use my tag team partner on Sundays as an example. Kerry Rhodes. Kerry was an all-pro safety in the NFL, played 8 years in the NFL. If you look at Kerry when he walks in here, and think about it, like Kerry would have been one of the smaller guys on the field technically because of his position.
Is that wild?
Kerry is not small. Kerry is not. You look at his arms, like he is not small at all. This is a decade, after his playing career, and to think that high school kids could compete with that, like it's not even close.
Dude, we would have like Division I kids come back and practice with us just in high school. And when they would rap, I would feel the bones in my body crunch and my spine like crack in a million pieces. Like,
yes.
When these guys would rap me. And that was just 1 year into college. Imagine like the NFL, because the strength is just, their strength is so much greater when they're at higher levels. There's different levels to it, and I think it's exposed big time in the NFL. And did you explain why this hypothetical came up?
Because our buddy Mauser, congratulations to his son Sam.
He was like an all-state,
top five in
the country hockey player,
and he was like, he still feels like my son's still compared to the pros. I wonder how this team would get just crushed by like a pro team or something like that. He's watching them saying how far off they are at the best college kids in hockey versus the NHL, and he posed the hypothetical like where's the biggest differential? And Danny G, would you agree football's the obvious answer, right? We're gonna all agree with that?
No, 100%.
Is baseball number 2 though? Because you're thinking like if Paul Skeens could throw 4 innings, 7 strikeouts, 1 hit against like the best country teams around there.
And we've seen A-Rods of the world and Griffey Juniors of the world compete as young men against grown men. So we've seen it.
Yeah, but I mean,
so I think baseball would be.
It's neck and neck with NBA to me because you're still dealing with the size differential, and Rich, you're saying you can maybe check up some shots, but that defense.
I'm thinking like
defense on the high school player. They
honest,
wouldn't even give him. They wouldn't even give him a chance to get a shot up. Probably.
Picture a guy like the Joker, Jokic. Like, you think any young kid's gonna get inside on that guy or get a shot off or anything?
No.
It's like that's why I think football is the obvious answer. Number 2 becomes dicey because you're like, well, what is number 2?
I think hockey is a really good answer. Just again because of the physicality.
You see how fast the Team USA and Canada were skating. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna make high school skaters look like Adrian and Rocky skating in Rocky 1.
Speaking of hypotheticals, and we'll take your feedback too at Covino and Rich at Fox Sports Radio 877-99 on Fox. Pull up the live chat too on YouTube. We're streaming live. I'll tell you what the people are saying. In high school, we scrimmaged against college age. And we were still alive. That's from Stello and Stockton. It can't be a physical sport, Rich.
Yeah.
Maybe bowling, Scott from Mayor says. Jones in 199 hits us up. Thank you, guys. But speaking of hypotheticals, there actually happens to be a viral hypothetical story that is going on in the world of fighting. And I'll just throw this out there real quick.
Oh, is it the new 100 gorillas versus a man or whatever? What is it? What was that one again?
Female boxer Clarissa Shields was on Shannon Sharp's podcast. She was actually on another podcast talking about how she thinks she could beat up Rolly Romero in a legitimate fight. Rolly Romero fights at about 140.
What was the
She
hypothetical
weighs
for
185 pounds. She's like, I'm bigger, I'm longer, I weigh a lot more. I'm a woman, yeah, but I will beat a Rolly Romero just based on my boxing skill alone. He's a small guy. Ooh. And that's been a hypothetical because Shannon Sharp then interviewed Clarissa Shields, and she doubled down, and he was like, I'm sorry, you're not competing with Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero was asked about it, and he goes, yeah, I think she would beat me for multiple reasons. She's big, and I don't hit women. I don't fight women.
Listen,
but there is a hypothetical out there. Can a professional, grown-ass, tough-ass woman who weighs around 185 beat a 140-pound champion?
No. Wait a second.
I don't think so.
That last part he said, he's like, I don't hit women. That would just completely disqualify him then. He would not
he's
actually
like, he's not
win.
entertaining this hypothetical, but he's.
But he starts it with, oh, she's a lot bigger than me.
He said I never hit women.
But it's not, and by the way, just so you know, for the record, I hate when people say that. It's not sexist to just have a real conversation.
Well, that becomes the question because Shannon Sharp is like, yo, I'm just giving you my real opinion. I'm sorry. He's the only one sort of keeping it real that I don't care how much bigger you are as a woman, Rolly Romero would destroy you as a man, even a little man. And he's getting a lot of flack for that, by the way.
Because people are, you know what it is? It's like, we love to call names arbitrarily. Like, oh, you're a sexist or racist. You're not sexist if you think like they talk about how like a high school men's basketball team could easily beat a WNBA team, and that's true. But it's sad to say. Yeah, high school for sure.
I don't know. But,
Sammy,
physicality
they beat them pretty bad.
High school men's basketball team?
They beat them pretty bad.
No.
I don't know about that.
You
but
think
wait, hold on.
A WNBA, those players are taller than those boys.
You think a WNBA team could beat a good high school men's basketball team?
Absolutely.
Are you serious?
Yes, absolutely.
You're the guy.
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking like those are professional players who move really fast. Like a high school team? But you're talking about
they're men, though. They're men, though.
I know, but they're not fully grown yet, and they're not all. And some of those women tower over those younger boys.
But this fight hypothetical,
they don't have the skills. They don't build the skill set yet. So
it's interesting. See,
a lot of college teams in women's basketball practice against men that go to school. So like you can be a part of the team that practices against the Iowa team.
I'm that guy. What does that mean? I'm just being realistic. Come on.
I think you're not.
No, I think those guys that practice against the women's teams
like regular
are
dudes
are bigger and more developed. So I'm not saying the best high school boys team in the country.
Not in the
WNBA
country. I bet
team.
you like what's the best local team? If you told me Culver City or something, they're a high school team. I bet you
LA's a bad city to pick because they would probably win.
Yeah, they got some really good.
They got some good teams.
I'm just saying
my high school maybe that got knocked out of the first round of the playoffs. Maybe
my high school team on Long Island, who was all like 5'10" Italian guys, they would lose. Long Island, not a hot spot for basketball players.
A wide range.
A well-coached team also plays a major factor here, right?
That's a good hypothetical.
It is, and like I said, there is a hypothetical that's causing a lot of controversy because when people keep it, as they say, real, like, yeah, I know Clarissa Shields, she's a great women's boxer, but she doesn't stand the chance against the Rolly Romero. If you say that, people are like, they get mad at you for being honest about it, for having an opinion.
Yeah.
Serena Williams, by the way, was on record. I think she said it to David Letterman. He asked her years back, like, what about if you were to play against the men?
Yeah,
and she flat out said, like, Andy Murray, like, used him as an example, would beat me 6-love.
Yeah, she did, yeah.
You know, so she's like, it's just they're more physical. They hit the ball harder.
And
this is when
stronger.
Serena was on top of on top of the world.
And by the way, there's no shame in that, dude. I mean, and I'm not going to do the quintessential, I'm a girl dad. I coach girl. A lot of my time is spent coaching my daughter and her teams and stuff. There's a lot of fun and pride and everything.
And you're married to a woman, right?
And that is true.
Yeah.
But the reality is, when it comes to sport, they have to be separate, which is why there are separate leagues, right? I mean, that's the whole reason.
This is also why I don't like hypotheticals all that much. Because it's never going to happen until Jake Paul makes it happen.
Oh, Jake Paul will make this happen. He'll give people
Paul,
$20 million.
It's never going to happen. Mayweather's never going to fight Mike Tyson. I mean, oh, wait, he is in April. And Mike Tyson's going to be here to talk about it for Tyson Trivia on a Tuesday. But, yeah, that's why I don't like hypotheticals. Because is Rolly Romero going to fight Clarissa Shields? No, so she could talk all day about how she'd whoop his ass out of nowhere, by the way. There was no context behind that.
Yeah.
Rolly Romero's like, how did I get dragged into this?
And can I say this just to show that I'm...
And guess what?
Just
and
to
guess
show
what?
that
Hold
I'm
on.
fair.
No pro NFL team is going to play a high school team anytime soon.
No, but just to show that I'm fair, I will promise you, I can name a list of things that women are better than men at, right? I mean, it goes both ways. But sport is something that we can't confuse. And if someone's being real, to call them sexist because they're being real,
well, if you take
crazy.
The most weenie boys versus some dominant women, yeah, they'll win.
Well, here's the thing too. So women,
I remember my wife.
A lot of women can't.
When I first started dating my wife, because my wife's a very athletic woman. I remember her joking like, "Yeah, I could beat you in a race," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's really cute." And she's like, "No, I think I could beat you," and we raced and I smoked her because I remember being like I know you're joking. She's like, I'm not joking. I think I could beat you in a race, and it just it's.
I would say like if you have a high school boys basketball team where some of them can dunk, like a lot of women can't dunk.
Yeah.
You know, who was it? Brittany Griner, she could dunk, but like very few women's players, even at the pro level, cannot dunk. So they would have an advantage there at the very least. So.
Dude, I'm trying to create the impossible. You know, I coach an all-girls flag football team, and they play against all boys. They didn't win a game this year, but they got close. And that just shows you, like, this is the best of the best girls, and they're so good, and it's so much fun to coach them. But, boys and girls are different, whether people want to admit that or not. All right. But do we all agree that football's the hardest of all those?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I said I think it's obvious.
Close the book on that. Danny, 2 calls?
I think the more physical the sport, the less advantage a woman would have, just for strength reasons. That's all. But again, all hypotheticals based on our buddy Mauser in Kentucky.
Oh,
Michael Mauser, his son made an all-state hockey team.
If it's gaming stuff, Cove, like if it's like darts or pool or something like that, I think a woman could equally compete, like without a doubt. But when it comes to physical strength, that would be very difficult. That's all. Hence why that's a big issue. That's really not. All right, who do we got?
Rick in beautiful Santa Barbara wants to weigh in on this.
Hey, what's up, Rick?
Just another day here, man.
Dude, Santa Barbara, one of my favorite places. Have fun living there, man.
It's hard not to like it here.
I know.
So I think you guys are all wrong because everything else is timed except for baseball.
Oh,
they got to get 3 outs for 9 innings.
So you think that when it comes to the differential of well, yeah, I get what you're saying. Football, the pro team may kill the high school team. They may win 120-0, but you're saying in 3 outs an inning, 9 innings, like a Major League Baseball team might beat a high school team like just 100-2 or something. You know what I'm saying?
A mercy rule like the WBC.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right,
that's not timed.
Well, again, the original question was, which high school team stands the best chance? A high school team against a pro football team, baseball team, hockey team? What's the differential there? And I gave you that real life hypothetical that's happening as we speak with Clarissa Shields and Rolly Romero. Or it's not happening, but the debate is happening.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right. So we got to continue with this WBC Rosarena Raleigh story and Iron Mike trivia, giving away prizes. And we do it right here on Fox Sports Radio, Covino and Rich.
All right.
Now, have you ever wiped with a piece of dry single toilet paper, Rich, and wondered, man, is this as good as it gets?
What a terrible life.
Well, yeah, I know, it's not. What are you, living on the prairie? Who are you, Charles Ingalls? You need some dude wipes.
Hey, Michael Landon, here's some dude wipes.
Dude wipes, wet, extra large cleaning power of dude wipes.
What are you, Batiatus on Spartacus? What do you, toilet paper?
Really, seriously?
Might as well put a leaf on a stick.
They say extra large because they mean business. So no matter the size of your mess from top to bottom, Dudes has you covered with a confident clean. They comfortably clean up whatever TP leaves behind for no more maintenance wipes.
Debris, no way. Irritation, not a chance. It's time to make the trade of the season and switch from TP to wet, extra large Dude Wipes and start experiencing the confident clean of Dude Wipes made from 100% plant-based natural fibers. They got a variety of scents and sensations like mint chill or shea butter to protect your end zone.
All right. So Dude Wipes, available at Amazon and major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes, best clean pants down. And the number if you want to play Iron Mike Trivia, win some prizes, 877-99 on Fox. We do it next. It's Fox Sports Radio.
Are we using our last brain cell?
Last brain cell.
Last
Hit it.
living brain cell.
There's a new sport in town. It's not basketball. It's even dumber than that. They're calling it Run It, and it's exploding in Australasia, and they're saying it's the next level of sport.
Did you just make up like a country?
That's what they're saying. It's the exploding sport in Australasia. Two athletes, 20 meters apart, brain damage bait. Take a look.
What is this? Just full force?
That's it.
Oh, that guy's dead.
He died right there.
Concussion.
One dude carries the ball. Other dude full speed trying to stop him. It's like an old football drill going 100 miles per hour with no pads.
With this? You know when what are the scariest moments in the NFL? Remember when Tua was on his back and his hands were like shaking? And that was, I don't know, the scariest shit?
Two dudes, two concussions, and you got all these fans loving every second of it.
On purpose.
Yeah, and it's called Run It.
This isn't wide receiver over the middle on a slant pattern and Ronnie Lott hits him in 1989. This is on purpose?
So it's not the first basketball level of dumb sport we've seen in recent history.
Okay.
There's other ones. Yeah, Run It. Crush it. Crush your skull is what's happening here. Again, other sports that require your last brain cell, Dana White's behind one of them, and that's power slap. Again, very viral. You've seen these videos, and it breaks the first rule of fighting. Protect yourself at all times. That's what makes it terrible. No one's protecting themselves. Now, there it is. What does the referee say? A referee says, protect yourself at all times. Shake hands, have a good fight. That's what makes this terrible.
I can't lie.
UFC, boxing, you're protecting yourself. Swimming in, not getting wet, stick and move. There's no sticking. There's only sticking. There's no moving.
Can't lie. I've thought about doing this to you. But no, I can't lie. If Dana White said, Covino, Rich, you guys want to come hang? Front row, power slap. I hate to say it, but we'd go. But it seems so barbaric, and I'm not some big...
Because you're a sitting duck.
I'm not some big lame-o. I'm not some puseta. I like a good fight, but you're right. Defenseless seems wrong. Like
that's the difference with power slap. Sure, we watch. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite. Of course, I'm going to watch this like watching a train wreck. But is it safe? Is it fun? Is it our last brain cell? Pretty much. Power slap.
Cove.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we gonna do next? Nut kicking? Like imagine like, oh, you're up.
Beavis did that to Butthead, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be the next sport.
Limbo skating. Apparently, you skate and then you get on all fours. Or like,
you could do that, I bet. Didn't you used to do that back at the old skating rink?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's pretty impressive, though. Limbo skating?
I scraped my helmet.
All right. Can I give you the
Limbo
lamest
skating.
Oh, look at that.
No, not that helmet. My other helmet. How about joggling?
I scraped my helmet on the floor.
Joggling.
Do you mean when people jog and juggle at the same time? That sounds not like the lamest thing I've ever heard of.
That's really stupid. Yeah, joggling. People, imagine like your son's a joggler. Like, yeah, way to go, kid. Appreciate that.
Hey, your kid involved in any sports? Your kid playing?
I got one kid. He's a LARPer. He's LARPing.
Yeah.
And the other kid, he's a
yeah.
He's a joggler. Joggler.
That's how you know you failed.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see what else I got one. I know you're down for a good arm wrestle. Even back in the 80s, remember thumb wrestling?
Yeah.
Have you ever toe wrestled?
I bet you eat your dick toes. You'd be good at this.
I do have big toes.
Rich has giant dick toes. Like, look how gross this is.
Quick toes away. Casey.
But again, if there's a market for run it,
What's going on here?
yeah, toe wrestling, I guess, is a big deal. And it makes me think of Seinfeld's bit on the biathlon, speaking of the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
That looks like a toe
He talks about how...
You're missing the slow-mo of the final move. when he did the over-the-top with his big toe.
Isn't quite the
There he
same
is, the toe jam champion.
Imagine a toe wrestler on a first date. Like, oh my God, like, what do you do for fun? Like, what's your side hustle, dude? Yeah. Fucking toe wrestling.
All right. Welcome to the show, Covino and Rich.
Rock on!
Remember SGA Thursday, where we wear stupid outfits. I mean, we all have something we're a little, I guess, timid on debuting, right? You're not sure if it's too flashy or not. Well, SGA don't care. We saw him in his Sasquatch outfit, his big furry coat. We saw that ridiculous furry coat he was wearing. It inspired us to take a chance, dare to be different, and wear our most flashiest. I know that's
Let
not
me put
proper,
mine on.
but-
Hold on. Let me put mine on.
Yeah, put it on. We debut our flashiest outfit on Thursday. Not sure what that is yet. I think it involves some leather for me. Covino and Rich FSR to watch us on YouTube. But right now, we're looking for contestants to play Iron Mike Trivia, a Tuesday edition of Iron Mike Trivia. A lot of big fights coming up. Speaking of Clarissa Shields and Rolly Romero, a hypothetical fight that's never going to happen. But it's an easy multiple choice game, and it's hosted by Broke Iron Mike. Your chance to win some prizes, easy win at 877-99 on Fox. 877-99 on Fox. Step on up.
Play.
And
Who
play
wants to
Iron
be
Mike Trivia.
a lucky winner? We'll do that in a second. We'll go to DB in for his update in a second. But I wanted to see. I was just going on our Twitter page, our X page, and Instagram, looking at all your great feedback. Hey, if you don't already follow and play along, at Covino and Rich, at Rich Davis, at Steve Covino. And I saw Fox Sports Radio posted a clip from one of our other shows here, our good pals Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
The Odd Couple.
And I don't know why I'm laughing at this so much. The quote is from Rob Parker. My heart was broken when he heard the news about canceling Magic City Night. His heart was broken?
Yeah, maybe it was. I
My
cried all
heart-
night.
I had tears.
This
I
is
had a glizzy
unacceptable.
in my mouth. I love it. Rob is furious at the NBA. My heart is broken.
We had a feeling that would happen.
When you see Rob after our show,
I'll
make
give him
sure
a
to
hug.
give him a hug.
I
His
will.
His heart's broken. All right, let's go to our pal and yours, Dan Byer, for an update. DB, what's going on, buddy?
Guys, a signing in the NFL. The Seahawks losing another from their Super Bowl win. Not a surprise, but cornerback Tariq Woolen is signing with the Philadelphia Eagles on a one-year deal.
Well, Blankenship went to
Houston, was it?
Yeah. So we saw him at the Super Bowl, and now he's not an Eagle anymore.
Yes, but so the corner leaves Seattle for Philadelphia. Jets got a quarterback acquiring quarterback Gino Smith in a trade with the Raiders that also involves a swap of late-round picks. Patriots and former Packers receiver Romeo Doubs agreed to terms on a 4-year deal worth $68 million. Elton Jenkins is a former Packer center. He's now a member of the Cleveland Browns, agreeing to a 2-year deal. Lions send running back Isaiah Pacheco to a 1-year contract. Dawson Knox back in Buffalo on a 3-year deal. Luka Doncic of the Lakers fined $50,000 for making an unprofessional and inappropriate gesture towards an official on Sunday, showing that official, didn't give him that finger, showed him the money sign instead. But Luka docked $50,000 for that. LeBron James, by the way, game time decision for tonight's contest against the Minnesota Timberwolves. In college hoops, Arizona State beat Baylor 83-79 in the Big 12 tournament. Elsewhere in the Big 12, Cincinnati topped Utah 73-66. SMU just knocked off Rich's alma mater of Syracuse, or is it? 86-69. Mustangs advance over the Orange. That's in the ACC. Pitt beat Stanford 64-63. A tough one for the Cardinal, who are sitting on the bubble of the NCAA tournament. And the Big Ten tournament is underway. Maryland leads Oregon midway through the second half, 47-31. Finally, guys, Reds pitcher Hunter Green's going to miss at least the first 3 months of the season after having bone spurs removed from his elbow. Back to you.
No, thank you, Dan Byer. Appreciate you, buddy. I saw a funny picture on social media. Do you see Kevin Durant was at the USA-Mexico game?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Kevin Durant. They're showing.
Yes.
And they're joking that he was looking down at his phone the whole time on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's funny. All right, well, you know what? What's the matter? What's wrong?
You don't make Iron Mike wait when he's ready.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
He's there staring me down right
I'm
now.
sorry.
It makes me feel awkward.
Sometimes I like to make him wait. Iron Mike, it's time for trivia. Let's go.
Mike Tyson was a maniac.
I want your heart. I want to eat his children.
Put an ear to this if you're a boxing brainiac. Iron Mike Trivia.
You can't touch me. You're not man enough.
All right, FSR Security walking our broke Mike into the main studio.
Come here and they make me wait. Who is that? Don Flamenco making me wait over here.
I'm not Don Flamenco.
Yeah, Don Flamenco never stops talking over here. What's up, Don Flamenco? And by the way, if you're wondering, I beat you up too, and any high school kid. Now I'm angry. Now it's angry Mike Tyson because I don't like waiting.
Did you see Covino in the lobby? That wasn't Piston Honda.
Who's that guy? I don't even know him.
Mike,
Don Flamenco, don't even talk to me now, making me wait like that.
What do you think about this whole Shannon Sharp thing with Rolly and Shields?
I don't know. I don't hit women. I'm staying out of it.
Okay.
Let's meet the contestants. 25-time winner
By
Rich
the way,
Davis.
hold on, though. You
Yeah.
know who I'm hitting? I got Mayweather in April. Get it? Mayweather in April. I'm bringing jokes.
Mayweather
in April. I can't wait. In the Democratic Republic of Congo.
You keep talking
April
about the Congo,
25th.
huh?
That's right.
The Congo.
So I am fighting.
All right, Rich Davis over there. 18-time winner Dan Byer. Hello. What up, DB? And looking to win a CNR prize pack on the studio lines. Virgil in Phoenix was the first through.
What's up, Virgil?
Hey.
Hey, what's going on, Virgil?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, say what's up to Broke Mike.
Hey, what's up? You sound like a wonderful man. It's nice to talk to you. I'm in a good mood now.
No, I appreciate it.
Virgil, what do you do for a living there in Arizona?
I'm a pipe fitter.
Oh.
Is that a euphemism or you actually are a plumber?
Excuse me, I didn't hear you.
No.
I think that's his real job.
Oh, okay.
He's not a plumber. He's a pipe fitter.
A pipe fitter.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Pipe fitter, yeah.
Yeah, union and everything. All right, here are the.
Those guys make some loot.
Oh, yeah.
They make some loot.
Here are the
Probably
rules.
welds too.
For Iron Mike Trivia, the first contestant with 2 correct answers is the champion. If there's a tie, we have a tiebreaker question. If your name, your name is your buzzer, but you do have to wait until all 3 possible answers are read. If there's 2 wrong ones in a row, we move on to the next question. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's get it on.
All right, Mike Tyson. Good to see you guys. And as you know, I'm a changed man now, but I once bribed 2 officers by giving them one of my cars. Sorry, guys, it got them in trouble. But which one from my collection was it? Was it A, a Ferrari, B, a Bentley, or C, a Rolls Royce?
Virgil.
Virgil.
Rolls Royce?
Yeah.
It was. I missed that car, but they were very nice guys. And I'm sorry I got them in trouble.
Just like that, Virgil halfway to a prize pack.
I was a bad man.
We go to round 2.
Round 2. What was I once quoted saying about turning 60 years old? That's how old you are, right, Don Flamenco?
Shut up.
60 years old?
Get out of here.
Was it A, I'll be 60 next year and maybe finally I'll understand this. I don't need to roar anymore. B, turning 60 will mean that I can still shadow box, but I'll be a shadow of myself.
Oh.
C, there will be a huge party on my farm and the theme of my 60th will be green peace. Get it? Green peace. What did I say about turning 60?
Oh, Virgil going for the sweep here.
B.
B, no.
Oh, Rich.
Rich for the steal.
Green PC.
No,
both losers.
I said, hey, I'll be 60 next year and maybe finally I understand this. I don't need to roar anymore.
Okay.
No more roaring for me.
I don't know what that means, Mike.
All right, Virgil's still the only one on the board. We move to round 3.
I don't know what it means either. Round 3. How old was the great George Foreman when he became the oldest heavyweight champion? Was it A, 51, B, 48, or C, 45?
Virgil.
Virgil for the win.
48.
No.
Rich.
Rich for the steal.
He was 45.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Michael Moore, 45 years old, the oldest champion.
Because I remember thinking he was way older, and I'm like, oh, he was 45?
He felt like he was 145.
He felt like he was
Yeah, we
145.
talked about that when he
looked
passed
like
away.
Bald Bull.
He did. I know.
All
I
right,
love all the
tie
references.
between Virgil and Rich. We go to round 4.
All right, round 4.
King Hippo.
Broke Mike Tyson. Happy to be here. I love the Covino Rich show. Great to see you, Sam. The
Thank
first
you, Mike.
famous fight between Roberto Duran. By the way, he's one of my heroes. Roberto Duran is a wonderful man. The first fight between Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard happened in what city? A, New Orleans, B, Montreal, or C, Miami?
Dan,
Buyer.
no clue. I'm going to say C, Miami.
No.
Virgil.
Virgil for the win.
New Orleans.
No, you're both losers.
It was B, Montreal. The brawl in Montreal on June 20th, 1980.
Yeah, they made it rhyme. The brawl in Montreal.
The brawl in Montreal.
All right.
Was Gary Carter on hands for that one?
Virgil and Rich, we need to break the tie with round 5.
Let's go.
Round 5. I love this TV show. The very first episode of the HBO series 24/7 back in 2007 focused on which fight? Was it A, Mayweather and Hatton, the late great Ricky Hatton, B, De La Hoya Pacquiao, or C, Mayweather De La Hoya?
Virgil.
Virgil for the win.
C.
Which one?
C.
C? Yes.
That's right.
You are the winner.
You won. It was Mayweather, my opponent, in April. Mayweather versus De La Hoya. That was the first 24/7 back in 2007.
Boom, Virgil. We are going to mail out a CNR prize pack to you there in Phoenix.
That was a good show, but my favorite show is The Wizards of Waverly Place. That's my favorite show.
Yeah, big Selena Gomez fan?
Yes, that's right. And by the way, guys, speaking of fights, the Mexican monster David Benavidez versus Gilberto Ramirez, May 2nd.
Thank you.
Tune in.
Thank you, Iron Mike.
Thank you, guys. And
Thank
don't
you.
make me wait again. I don't like
I'm
it.
so sorry.
Thank you, guys.
By the way-
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
By the way,
and congrats,
thanks, Mike.
Virgil.
Bye, guys. Bye, Virgil.
Speaking of
Bye, guys.
speaking of Selena Gomez, he said Wizards of Waverly Place. That was her show, right? I think. Pretty
I don't
sure.
know.
Pretty
I
sure.
don't even know that show, but Mike says it's good.
Did you guys see Selena Gomez licking her husband Benny Blanco's feet on their podcast?
What, are you jealous or something?
No.
What about it?
I'm just saying. How much would it take if I said, tell me an NBA guy with the most busted feet, like
LeBron James.
Like if I said LeBron, you got to lick LeBron's toes. I'll
No
give you
way.
$1,000.
No, not happening.
10,000?
Nope. Can't be bought.
If I said 20 grand,
No thanks.
you're telling me. You're looking
so
at
I
me.
could be so everybody could talk about that? No thanks.
I'll do it for a house. That's $3.7 million.
But you're telling me for real. I was saying, if I said $50,000, you lick LeBron's toes?
After a shower?
No, after a game.
I'd have to think about that.
Come on, you're the one with the dumb hypotheticals. What would it take for you to lick his toes?
You guys are all full of. What did Joe Biden say? Malarkey.
I think you just want to. I think Rich just wanted to find any reason to lick LeBron's toes.
I think you're all full of it. If I said here's $50,000,
Ted DiBiase.
I think everyone's got a price, and I think yours is a lot lower than you say.
Can I be anonymous and do it, and then they won't know who did it?
Right. I'd embarrass my family
have
if I
my
did
dignity intact.
My dad would be like, "What are you doing, man? Disgracing my family like that."
Yeah, Rich, these days 50 G's doesn't even get you a car.
Dad, I bought you a jet ski.
Yeah. No thanks, bro. Pride, dignity.
Dan Byer.
Have some integrity. How about that?
Dan Byer, will you entertain this ridiculous thought? Don't you think all these guys would do it for the money?
Maybe when push came to shove.
If I came in here with a suitcase and it had $50,000, like a deal or no deal, like silver suitcase, like I'm Howie Mandel.
You like your suitcase.
I like my suitcase. Barron Trump style. I like my suitcase.
I think, if you're desperate for money, yeah, you do it.
I don't know.
I'll do something. I'll wait tables, bro.
What if you got kids that are going to college, you have mortgage payments? Why are you acting like licking someone's foot for $50,000 is like
I'm
too
better
good?
than that, and I think most people should.
So you rather wait tables for 6 months?
I don't even lick my girlfriend's foot. Get out of my face. No way with your stink ass foot. No thanks.
You wouldn't lick your girlfriend's foot if she wanted it?
No.
You wouldn't lick your girlfriend's foot if she wanted it.
How about this, Rich? Let me think about it, because Dan Byer has breaking news.
Oh, someone's going to lick LeBron's feet?
Breaking news from Fox Sports.
Guys, 76ers guard Tyrese Maxey suffered a finger injury on Saturday, and now ESPN is reporting that Maxey's going to miss the next 3 weeks because of a tendon injury in that right pinky finger. The Sixers right now, with no Joel Embiid or Paul George, are in the 8th spot in the East. They're currently a game and a half back of the 6th spot held by Orlando at this point. Miami's also a game and a half up in the 7th spot. But the Sixers right now, if they want to avoid the play-in tournament, are going to have to play well without Tyrese Maxey and their other stars.
Well, you know what? This year is the only team that's under 500 is currently the 10 seed, Charlotte, that would be playing in the play-in game. And in the Western Conference, Portland's the 10 seed, they're under 500. That's why I think there's too many teams. I don't think, call me old-fashioned, call me old school. I don't think a team under 500 should be in playoff consideration. I mean, the NFL, maybe once in a blue moon you get a 500 team or something, but to me, if a team after 82 games is under 500, you have no business playing any further.
Maybe. I do think that this sheds a light on what the play-in tournament actually is, because I do consider it the playoffs. I feel it's an expansion of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I think that this sort of deal makes it look like it isn't the playoffs. And so you're trying to avoid that. So
yeah, you don't want to play the play-in game. So getting the one of the top 6 seeds, right? Or
And I think honestly the NBA would be fine if the Hornets, let's say the Hornets won both their games and ended up facing Boston or Detroit. I think they'd be fine with that because they think that those teams would beat them. They wouldn't want necessarily the toughest competition. But I get what you're saying, Rich.
Yeah, listen, again, I know there's some people that just like more teams, more opportunities. It just, to me, if you're under 500, like in baseball, they do it. I think they do it right, where the worst wild card historically has maybe 86 wins, 87 wins, and that's a decent team, right?
Yeah, and look at the East standings right now. It's basically by default. I mean, the Bucks are trying, but they're the 11th spot. But otherwise, it's just the 10 teams that actually wanted to make the playoffs.
10 teams that
and
aren't
Milwaukee.
awful. The 10 teams that aren't awful, essentially.
Yeah, and there's 4 teams that probably had no interest whatsoever. I don't think Washington or Indiana had any reservations about making the postseason. So
yeah,
that's what you get.
Brooklyn, Washington, and Indiana all have under 20 wins.
Correct.
And Chicago's 12 games under 500. So there you go. Thank you, DB. We got more Covino Rich, and we will get to the bottom of this Rosarena, Cal Raleigh debacle.
Oh, what about your suitcase question?
Yeah, what do you think about licking feet? You already forgot that one?
I like my suitcase.
You like a bird brain.
I like my suitcase.
What about your suitcase full of money?
I like my suitcase.
Rich has a suitcase full of money. He wants to know if you lick LeBron's foot.
And I bet you most people listening would do it for 10 grand.
And I'll give you my answer, and I have a reason as to why. I'll tell you to stick it.
Bunch of broke biatches, and everyone's like, I won't do it. Yes, you will.
I'll tell you why I won't, and we'll talk about it
my
next.
My father would be disgraced.
I'll tell you why next on the Covino Rich Show's Fox Sports Radio.
Ready to tackle your financial goals with Weeble? People worried about their money. And I'm saying, for whatever. With Weeble, you don't have to sit on the sidelines. Whether you're a rookie or a pro, Weeble, put your game to the test with tools that help you make the best moves. Trade stocks, options, ETFs. You can play the long game with cash management or retirement accounts as well, all on one platform.
Weeble's app pairs advanced analytics with real-time data so you can read the defense, adjust your strategy, stay in control. And now meet Vega, your personal AI market assistant.
Ask questions like, hey, what's the outlook for this stock? Or analyze my watch list. Get real-time analysis, volatility, insights, and a bunch more. In fact, you can take a wider look at the field with Portfolio X-Ray. You could spot trends, manage risk, optimize the performance of your portfolio, which apparently no one in this room wants another $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 in their portfolio because they have pride.
Well, I'll explain, like I said.
Okay, can't wait.
Stop punting your financial future, dude. Join Weeble's community to discuss markets, trending topics, and ideas with fellow investors. Download the Weeble app today on mobile or desktop, Webull, or visit Weeble.com.
Weeble Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Webull.com/disclosure.
Angels owner Artie Moreno insulted the entire team's fan base when he said, look, our fans don't care about winning. It's not even a top 5 priority.
That's what I wrote down. Not even. That's the funniest part. Winning isn't in the fans' top 5.
According to this mystery survey from Angels fans that nobody even knows
Are
about.
these the same surveys on Family Feud where you're like, top 100 people surveyed? Like, who gets surveyed?
He's saying that the fans were surveyed and they don't care about winning. They care about affordability, safety and affordability, which, again, those are important things, no doubt. You take your family out. You want to feel safe. In fact, Rich, didn't you just cancel your Mexico trip because you want to have a relaxing, worry-free, safe vacation?
I'm not trying to overreact, but, you know.
It's the smart, right thing to do. You're a parent.
I'm a dad. I got 2 little ones that depend on me. So my wife and I said,
We're in
pivot.
LA. You can go to Mexico anytime.
Let's go to the Dominican Republic, and I could also recruit some great baseball players while I'm there.
Right now is not the best time for that, right? Even though you're probably going to be fine in Riviera Maya or wherever, but why take the chance? So we're not saying safety doesn't matter. We're not saying affordability doesn't matter. But if you ask a sports fan what their priorities are when it comes to their team, wouldn't winning probably be number 1, if not a real close number 2? I can't even imagine what would come before winning. It's sports. It's why we watch. It's why we invest. It's why we root.
Winning. I mean, it's the name of the game. Thank you, Charlie Sheen. You know, when you coach little kids or you got little ones, there comes a point where you're like, we're here to have fun, right, kids? And then they hit an age where it's like, and win. Like, you don't play
right, because
to
winning's
not win.
fun.
Like, listen,
losing's not fun.
You may say I'm too competitive, but Danny, if me, you, Covino, Iowa Sam, Dan Byer, if we went bowling or to play mini golf or to the driving range, I couldn't not try to be better than you guys. And I would hope the same from you guys. Like, I can't.
You're oddly annoyingly competitive where there's no chill, like, so it takes the fun away from it.
But you tell me if you and
I
went
can't
bowling,
hate on your competitive spirit, but it's annoying.
If you and I went bowling, you wouldn't try to beat me?
You always have an inner desire to win, but you're like overboard about it, where like you make it awkward. So I mean, like
Steve
everybody,
Reich, got him.
Exactly. We all want to win.
Who do you
but
think you are?
I do think
I am.
When it comes to like us hanging out, that's where fun is more of a priority than winning.
I get it,
Yeah.
but I mean,
No, it's not, because that's still the priority.
maybe
for
I
you.
just want to win all the time. You
Right.
should be happy I'm your co-host because I want to beat the ass of every other show.
But I would say in that situation, like me having fun with Danny G, Dan Byer, and Sam is the priority, not beating Dan Byer and making him feel bad about it.
Yeah. And I think at a sporting event, you want to be comfortable. You know, you heard the stories about the old Boston Red Sox seats that were built for people in the
comfort.
Yeah, in the early 1900s, and they had to renovate, obviously, so people could actually fit in the aisleways and the seats. As long as the ballpark is comfortable, then I think the number 1 priority would obviously be winning.
You know, it's like when I went mini golfing with Dan Byer.
Yeah.
And I was like, shooter. and he was like, this is no fun with you.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be too competitive when you're hanging with your buddies. But let's play devil's advocate here.
It's a big butt.
I love big butts. is there something to be said about today's economy, today's family, and just being able to take your family somewhere affordable?
All right, you've heard the phrase counter-programming most recently with the Super Bowl halftime show. I'm not getting into that, but a lot of times you say, all right, there's an audience that doesn't want this. What might they want? And if you live in Los Angeles, there's a good chance why would you not be on the Dodgers bandwagon or be a lifetime fan? But there is a reason why you'd be like, well, it's awfully expensive. I have to go to, it's not easy to get to Dodger Stadium. Like, you got to counter program and be like, all right, what are they doing? The Angels aren't going to be better than the Dodgers. They're not going to have the star power.
Yeah, but they might be winning over a lot of fans who don't have the money to spend on Dodgers tickets.
But that's the point.
Right.
When I lived in New York, if I wanted to go to a basketball game, I could spend $500 to go to a Knicks game, or I could go to a Nets game when they were in Jersey for like $40.
So you're thinking about let's say the parents of this family, right? They're taking their kids there. Those kids are now growing up Angels fans because that's what their family could afford. So the thinking's not that crazy when you really dive into it. I just find it kind of hard to believe that winning's still not the priority. Or you're going to tell me all these seats are being filled by people who are like, you know what, screw that. I just want to show my kids, my family, a good time. Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? It's not.
Another hypothetical?
It's not. Switch to life-changing. No, it's not a hypothetical. It's actual reality.
Dude wipes.
Because you can get dude wipes and change your whole life. People always say, what is it with Covino and Rich and their confidence? It's not just the confidence. It's that confident clean.
Of dude wipes?
Of dude wipes.
Dude wipes. Best clean, pants down, available at Amazon and all major retailers. And it's time to get your financial portfolio game ready with Weeble. Get powerful investing tools and real-time data all on one platform. Start getting your money in order. Start getting all this together by downloading the Weeble app today and visiting Weeble.com.
Weeble Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Weeble.com/disclosures.
Now, to answer your question about would I take a suitcase of money to lick LeBron's foot? For me, I'm not that desperate for money. I don't need that money. I'm not saying I'm daddy stacks because I'm not. They pay me in meatballs. That's not my point. But I have something called pride. I do. I have self-worth. I do. I have dignity. I try to keep that. And I don't want to, embarrass my father's name. But the real reason is the power trip you sit on when you pull these hypotheticals. It's about, like, you think you own me because you got more money so you could force me to do things that are against my will. I don't like the feeling of that. It's not ego. It's I stand for something. I'm not going to let you boss me around as if you own me. I don't like the feel.
Yeah, but
call it whatever you want. I don't like the feeling of you thinking you could buy me to do whatever you want me to do. I'm not your clown. I'm not your monkey. I'm not going to do that on
peasant
principle.
dance.
If it's against something that I don't feel comfortable.
So you tell me
if you're saying I will give you $1 million to host a radio show, I'd be like, yeah, I love hosting a radio show. I'll do that. But if you're telling me to do something to embarrass me,
you're the greatest guy. But that's the whole point. If you're a Mr. Beast billionaire type and you're like, all right,
if you're willing to be embarrassed for money, I think you don't stand for anything.
Or you're just okay with taking an easy dollar.
Okay, but then you're okay with it. I'm not.
All right.
And it's that feeling, call it whatever you want,
I have a question.
that stops me and prevents me from moving forward.
How much do you think it costs to put in a new kitchen in your house, maybe?
It depends. Everybody's got a different budget. Everyone has different taste.
Could be what?
100 G's.
Could be 50, 100
Could be
grand,
50.
Right? So if I said, Covino, a state-of-the-art brand new kitchen in your house.
Even though a bathroom costs 50 G's here in L.A., so it's all right.
Hey, we're gonna redo your kitchen. New countertops, new everything, cabinets, the whole works, like new stainless steel appliances, new kitchen. Yeah, just lick LeBron's toes for a second. You'd be like, no, I stand for something.
Yeah, because I work hard. No, I'll take more pride knowing that I paid for that and got it done. I'm not desperate like that, and you can't buy me because you think you're it's a power trip. Like, I'm not gonna feed to your power trip. I'm better than that.
Hey, your daughter's gonna go to college.
Find a guy like you, and you get off on that.
Your daughter's going to college in 2 years.
Yeah, I'm working hard to make that happen.
Pay for all of her college. All you have to do is lick Aaron Judge's big-ass feet.
No thanks, but I know that you would. And I guess that makes you better than me. Yeah, so there you go.
Right,
what would you do with Rich's giant suitcase of money, guys?
My
Let us know.
suitcase?
I'd shake your hand, but I'm going to pull a Cal Raleigh.
All right. Well, maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. We
Yeah.
never have enough time.
Dang.
Well,
No handshakes because I don't like your hypotheticals.
we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great, what day is today? Tuesday? Or even there, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Lick my feet.
USA! USA! USA!